What's up? Welcome to the men's room. I'm your host, the Appalachian American. With me, as always, is my boy Tommy Gunn.
I am not a lobster. I'm just really sunburnt tonight.
The kitty cat making noise. The prime mover.
Prime movers in the house.
I was following that. I was trying to do that. What is that? Two cats?
Two cats looking out the window,
What are you cats looking at?
maintaining security around the perimeter of the house.
They probably want whatever it is to come in and get you
Yeah.
out of their house.
Oh, well, that could be it too.
Cats are buttholes.
I got two of them.
The man, the myth, the legend, Father Dad, Channel Dad. Can't hear you.
He's out walking his dogs.
Probably. I see the ring moving. But it's just not working.
I'm curious if it's picking up background sound because it actually seems like it's playing to a song.
Oh, he dropped.
Oh.
And then there were three.
Huh? What's going on? The old prime mover.
Oh, hey, just enjoyed another hot as hell week here in the old homestead and doing all right. Otherwise,
Nice.
how about you guys?
Just hanging out. I got new glasses. I feel like I look like a Muslim.
More glasses.
Yeah. Other than that, just hanging out. Really, nothing too crazy.
Oh, I think he's back.
Channel Dad, you good?
He's doing Morse code with the mute button.
I think so. I don't think he understands there's a private chat over to the corner that he could say, hey, yay or nay. But at least you two are here. Or y'all three, I mean.
So, I don't know. Do y'all know what holiday is tomorrow?
I don't. Would you please tell me?
Is it Arbor Day?
No, it is Tattoo Day.
Somebody obviously got started early.
Yeah, boy. That's why he can't talk.
Yeah.
He's in ROFL. Unplug your mic and plug it back up, man.
I think with all these technical issues, I'm going to go get refreshed real quick.
Get you some refreshments.
Get me some refreshments. I'll be right back.
All right.
All right. Speaking of which, if anybody's watching,
nobody's watching. Nobody cares.
Leave a comment for a tattoo idea. I'm wanting to get a tattoo. I just don't know what yet.
I know what I would suggest you to get.
Oh, what's that? If it's Chevrolet logo, no.
We'll talk about it off air.
Hello.
Finally.
God bless America.
So
Begin to think this case sucks.
Get what sucks?
The case.
What case?
Because it's the front, the case connection. I don't know. I guess I could plug it straight in the motherboard and see if I had the same problem.
Case? Case for what?
The computer case.
He's got a homemade computer.
Oh.
It's a desktop. So sometimes you've got audio in the front and the back. And while the usually the audio in the front is just line through from that the case manufacturer puts in.
Oh my God! It's SuperFan Adam Shawhan late.
Hey,
You get the late award to this week.
Don se peonto quanto así, yo motre quanto ci se vi. Come on,
What?
think Italian, everybody.
Fuck's sake.
Iontro quanto si bandere quanto.
I couldn't hear what were you saying, Adam. I had to
Io
mute him.
son pare quanto reggi devo tra-
All right, say it again.
I was trying to fix I had to fix the air conditioning and shit. I had to redo the piping and I had to fix the fucking sump pump again. So like I was trying to get it done as fast as I possibly could. The upper part that I
Again?
didn't fix, that upper part that I didn't fix, it was still that hose stuff took a shit. So I had to go run 1.25 inch or 1.5 inch PVC.
What she
Giggity.
said.
That sucks.
Yep.
Giggity.
So that kind of took over a little bit of priority of, jumping on here right away. I was like, I got that done. Then I had to fix the 6-inch ducts in the garage here real quick. And I'm
You
like,
got
all right,
6-inch
I'll jump on the
ducts.
phone.
Wow.
Yep.
Are you on your phone, dude?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So
Okay.
he
You're
showed us
super
a
duper
picture
low.
of
That's why like nobody can talk while you're talking.
his picture was of he shows a picture of his garage, and the gym looks actually really good.
I got more done. Hold on.
Like I'm kind of jealous. I want a gym now.
I just
What's
want
the gym
electricity in
now,
my
man?
dang garage.
Exactly.
How come SuperFan looks like Mark Hamill in The Last Jedi?
Mm-hmm. There we go. Not the front.
Go
We want the back
away.
camera. There we go. Giggity. In the back, baby.
That, my friends, is the sound of freedom.
What are you refreshing yourself with?
Little Kirin Ichiban.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Japanese beer in a big 40-ouncer.
Cool.
Or pint.
So we got,
See now,
we
all
got
you
the
need is
AC
a
on.
shelf full. You need a shelf full of towels.
I'm not going to bathe in here, man. We've got all the attachments here on the pegboard. Got the vintage locker.
Got the UFC locker there.
Damn
All
right.
right, we gotta unmute Father, Dad.
He muted himself.
Oh,
Dad. Yeah, man, it's pretty much done now. I mean, I've got it all set up for the coffee. So we got the coffee,
Coffee.
I had to redo that stuff up there.
Uh-oh, be careful where that water's coming from for that coffee.
Well, I
That's
got
the AC?
tea at some point.
That's an air duct? Is that? Oh, wow. Oh, you got a nice. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I thought Tommy was saying gym, but he said garage, and I was like, okay. Gotcha.
so
Big
Father,
fish
Dad,
there,
I'm
you.
gonna ask you something.
All
What
right.
does that tattoo above your right nipple mean?
To die for?
Well, let's see. Above it, what the heck is that?
Is that Egyptian?
I thought it was Nefertiti.
Nefertiti.
No, it's Nefertiti.
Nefertiti.
But it says
I don't have any clue. Are they freebasing?
Maybe.
Now, who all has tattoos here?
not me.
Adam doesn't have any.
Everybody but Lady.
Not a one.
Yeah.
And I spent 20 years in the Navy.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
You
That's
don't like
discipline,
tattoos?
my boy.
You spent 20 years in the Navy and never left the ship.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You got something wrong with tattoos?
Yeah, they look disgusting.
So do you. But we don't say nothing.
You're getting a little froggy with them glasses there, brah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. It's all that Akbar alcohol he's drinking.
Yeah.
All
Glasses.
Hey, we almost had an old school Fancast member joining us tonight, but he decided
I know.
life was more important.
Who's that?
And who, pray tell, would that be?
Frank.
Reality's Frank. Yeah.
Don't know who that is.
He's got a lot going on, but I was hoping to talk to him. Haven't talked to him in a couple of years.
Wait, Adam, you don't know who Frank is?
No.
He's the WCBS group, Reality's Frank.
Dude, I don't read shit on Facebook.
Oh, he always like, dang. Oh, dang. I'm watching fail videos.
You're watching what?
Fail videos.
Oh, fail videos.
I'm watching a fail video right now.
Almost like you said BAP videos, and I'm like, oh, we don't want to see that.
Why would I watch that?
I'm watching this video fail big time.
Well, of course,
Come on now. Let's pick up the pace.
Well, there was no showtime or nothing, or show prep because nobody showed up on time.
Yeah.
We
I was like, oh crap.
Who cares? Who cares?
Well, it's your show. You're supposed to do all the prep. Isn't that how it goes?
I mean, I try, but nobody ever reads the emails or nothing like that. So what's the use?
I read the email. That's how I know how to get here.
Barely. Okay, one person.
Yeah. And that's the weirdness of it all.
Yeah.
The weirdness of it all.
The emails have been pretty empty as of late, where there's really not much comments other than late, be here at 8:30 because you're always late. The rest of us, are already here waiting. We're starting at 8:40.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a link.
Well, I mean, we do have a piece of sad news. I mean, he kind of left the old show in a huff.
Yeah.
But, still sucks that
What
another
happened?
member of the Fandom Menace is across the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah. I feel bad. Like, he really worked hard to get that surgery.
Oh, yeah. Well, and he was working hard on his channel, and, I didn't always agree with his movie critiques, but he was still working hard on his content, and
yeah.
He may have got pissed at me for things that I didn't even know were going on, but,
Well, it was your fault, Leif. You should have been on top of the stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't on another show listening to
fail videos.
Yeah.
Hey, so who passed?
Adam Wilcox from the Raiders of the Lost Flicks.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Him and Etel Pakulian used to stream like all the time together.
Yeah. Have they streamed lately, or
no? They actually stole my idea. The boardroom.
Oh.
That was my idea.
It was the BORED room or BOARD room?
Yes.
I don't know.
BORD.
I don't spell right now.
BORED.
No, you don't. That's a VeggieTales reference.
Oh my god.
I'm bored, Larry. BORD. Bored.
VeggieTales. VeggieTales.
That was a Larry Boy one.
Before I forget, Seth has an idea for an upcoming show.
Is that idea when we make you eat sushi?
Well,
I'm getting sick of that idea.
A little ways to go.
Pound the tuna.
I've been hearing about that idea for over a year. I'm tired of hearing about it.
Well, I mean, once we get 12 more subscribers, we can actually do it.
No,
right.
Seth, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No.
The game
you think before you speak.
The game you wanted to play?
What game?
With the two debating.
Oh, that's not a game. I want to do a great pop culture debate. Everybody else knows what that is except for you.
Okay, well, I didn't know if... Okay.
Sorry, Anywho. Yeah. I'd like to do it. I would love to do the Great Pop Culture Debate. I mean, I know it's a ripoff, but whatever.
Okay, I got one for late. Mac.
I haven't done that on the main show in years, I don't think.
I know, and I kind of miss it because it was really cool.
All right, late. Mac
What?
or PC?
What?
Mac or PC?
Well, Mac or Windows, because they're both
Well, Mac or
PC.
Windows.
You're super duper quiet.
Who, me? Or-
No, Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I'll fix it.
What is this? What's the reference here?
Is that better?
That's
Little
much
bit.
better.
All right, Mac or PC? Windows.
Linux.
I knew that was going.
I've never tried it.
Well, I'm on Linux right
That's
now.
what she said.
I honestly, I guess I would have to pick Windows just because that's what the schools use, and that's what I got taught on.
God, you're not a
It used to be all Mac.
Mac
man.
person.
You're not adventurous.
I got the iPhone, but not the computers. I've tried them. I guess because I'm not used to them, I'm not a fan.
Dude, give me 5
Why?
minutes to educate you, and it's just as simple. I can go on a Mac and do the same thing that I can do on a fucking PC, dude. It's simple as shit, and I'm fucking retarded. So come on.
PC shit.
Oh, dude, you made drink come up my nose.
I've never had
Tommy,
a good
drop it,
experience
give me
with a
40.
product. Oh gosh! Why do these fat people think they can go on a rope swing out in a river and they never make it? Oh, there goes fat girl coming down a.
That's because that rope is it's not what is it? It's not race fat
But
shaming.
ain't Windows user friendly?
No. Well, if that user's a hacker and they want to get access to your entire system, yeah, that's great.
It's I don't know. I guess it's easy because I'm an Xbox person, and it links up to my Xbox easier. And stuff like that.
Right on. I can use either, man. It don't matter. Give me an iMac. Give me a PC. Give me a freaking tablet. It don't matter which one. Shit's all the same to me.
I know
So
they're
Tommy,
coming out-
what hand do you rub with?
I'm a Halo fan.
Wait, left-hander, right-hander?
For what?
When you rub,
I guess that'd be a
Rub
right.
and tug, baby.
right?
Hey.
So you're right-hander, but you've never tried a left-hander. That would be Mac. And you gotta change it up a little bit. Otherwise,
Well, I
it
can
becomes real
actually
boring.
write. I can write my name with both hands.
At the
And I
same
can draw
time.
with both. I can't remember the name of it. It's where you're.
Ambidextrous.
Yes,
What's it called?
I can't pronounce that word. It's too big for
Oh
me.
come on!
That's
Hermaphroditic?
got too many syllables in it.
Like, just like an ambulance. The ambulance is coming. The ambulance.
Well, at least you ain't gonna write an act of David.
Hmm.
Active David, yes.
Hey,
I remember that one. Fuck yeah, Seth.
hey, but we can't have that conversation on this show.
This cat said, after all their active Davids, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, are you meaning affidavit?
No, the part is, you know what I'm talking about. You just like to highlight what I mispronounce.
Because
he was going
about it.
biblical on you. The act of David.
Well, you did the
If you
active
think
David.
things through, you
fuck
would get
you
it
were
right.
talking about. Seth sent me that message, and I'm like, what is he talking about? And then we figured out affidavit. It's like, oh, I like the affidavit better.
Oh, that's good.
This is why you're a porn star. You know, you don't got to be a
Oh, Tommy Gunn don't think, he just do.
You just do.
He just do. He just do, man.
So we will have mini videos being uploaded, so y'all guys will have to check them out. I'm working on one right now.
How do you feel about Loki ending?
I haven't watched anything but the
I
first
don't
2
want to talk
episodes,
about
so
it.
I don't want to.
I don't.
I don't want to talk about it. I was so into it. I don't want to talk about it.
I was never into it.
I shall be
That
right
show
back. I'm going to go
sucked.
jump on the PC, boys.
All right. Yeah, I missed these. I was pulled up on the brand. Oiler Greg said, "Hey guys, hey Adam." So sorry, Oiler Greg, my bad,
will
dude.
say,
I was on the wrong tab.
if you're looking for a really good villain, you ain't gonna find it.
Duh.
It's okay to adjust the look of the character from a comic book to a movie, but it still has to have some resemblance. You can't just change everything about a villain and say, "Oh, it's him." No. It made me mad.
What, Kang the Conqueror? Yeah.
I was looking for someone blue, or at
What do
least
you
have
mean?
lines. He's a normal person.
Well, let me look up. I don't even know what Kang. I don't even know what
like
he looks
Ronan the Deceiver or Ronan the Accuser.
Kang the Conqueror.
Blue like that.
Like, yeah, he's supposed to kind of look like that, and he don't look like that. He's a normal person, just no helmet, no nothing.
Like these are clips.
Now look up the one from see the guy.
I know.
That's bullcrap.
He's just some dude wearing a purple cape.
Yes. Like, how do you mess that up? Thanos they had on point, but this
diversity.
Well, I wouldn't think. I don't think Thanos was on point. I think Thanos looked good.
Compared to this, he's on point.
True.
The only one truly they got almost identical to me personally was Iron Man. Personality wise, too.
Yeah.
And well, for the first and second movie, then the third kind of no.
Now, see, that even looks good, but that's probably even just a fan edit.
Yeah, they could have done that.
Like, it's sad when you have fans that make better stuff than these multi-million-dollar companies, multi-billion-dollar companies.
Now, I will say his personality matched the character, but nothing else.
I don't know anything about this character, so
maybe they were going for the essence of the character.
Okay, well, imagine a person that lived forever, from the beginning of time to the end of time. Would they be normal in the head or kind of messed up?
I would imagine they would be somewhere between Tony Stark and Captain Jack Sparrow.
You're kind of close. Yeah, that's
full of himself and very just whatever.
Yeah.
I think he would have seen a lot of things and then either have dealt with them well or just be batshit crazy.
Or is any of y'all going to watch it?
No.
Okay, well, spoiler alert. He's so
Three,
out of it.
Wait. Spoiler alert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go.
He's so out of it at the very end. He gives them a choice. He says, I can step down and let y'all become the keepers, or you can kill me. And they choose to kill him, and he just smiles when they do it. And that's the ending of this episode.
I feel like a villain like that doesn't deserve to die. Like, I don't know anything about Kang the Conqueror, but I imagine that he's pretty powerful.
Well, see, the storyline behind it is everybody has multiple versions of themselves. Kind of like the Spider-Verse. That was the only one that was good of him. Like he wasn't considered a villain because he was doing it for the right reasons. But the rest of his copies are completely evil. And so he says, if you kill me, they all get released. So I don't know if there was even a villain in the movie. Well, in the series.
Who knows, man? I have no faith in it. After Endgame, after the disappointment of Endgame, I just don't care.
I will say, out of all three series, it's still one of the best ones. So if you're gonna watch any of them, watch that one. Because yes, the first 2 episodes will make you mad. But I think that was the whole purpose of them, to make you mad.
Now, the funny part in all this is that you're the only person that says that that's the best show.
I'll be honest, I got bored with the Scarlet Witch. It took a while for me to actually get into it.
How much further are you going to look down?
What do you mean? Oh, I had to burp.
So, Bert, you're a man.
So, Winter Soldier, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I can't even get through the first episode.
I watched it just so I can complain about it. Like every little bit once I found someone that actually liked it. But I would never watch it again.
I keep saying I'd like to go back and watch some of this stuff, but I probably won't.
What was your disappointment with Endgame?
What?
What was your disappointment with Endgame?
It really boiled down to Tony Stark dying the way that he did. I mean, he really didn't. He didn't have to die. I think it was the fact that like I had a brand new little girl, and that Tony Stark died, and now the little girl has to grow up without a dad. That's really what killed it for me.
It kind of hit a little home.
That hit really hard. But I mean, there was a lot of other things like plot holes and stuff in that movie that was like they didn't put any effort behind.
Well,
like the whole time travel thing, like they broke it down and discussed it like movies, and it's like really like you guys are supposed to be some of the smartest people, and you guys are like, oh, comparing it to Hot Tub Time Machine. It's like,
okay,
really?
Well, let me get this. This is the biggest plot that I can't understand. So they had time. They had the time thing where they can go travel in time. Why didn't they all just go to where when Thanos was being strung up by Spider-Man and all them, and Star-Lord's one that messed it up? Why wouldn't they just tackle Star-Lord and then help rip the glove off and then disappear back in their time? They would have the gauntlet and all the stones all at once.
All they would have had to have done is send somebody back to tell Thor to go for the head.
Well, it was that, and then Doctor Strange saying there's only one chance. I could have thought of like 30 just watching it, how they could have got it done.
Right, and now because of Loki, there really wasn't. There was only one way. It was only the way.
Well, see,
no other way.
Here's the problem with Loki. If you watch Loki, you find out he's not dead in the MCU.
Who?
Loki.
I don't care if he's dead or not.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, you know how everybody thinks he's dead because Thanos killed him? He did his best projection he's ever done, and it even fooled Thanos. and he used all his power to do that. That's why he just didn't come back. You just didn't see him.
So where was he?
They stopped the episode. They stopped the Loki thing. That was the end. That's when you find out.
That is so stupid.
Yeah.
This stuff needs to have weight. Like, it needs to have stakes. And this whole, like, maybe nobody's ever dead kind of deal is so stupid.
It's Disney is what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. The only one that got time travel right was Back to the Future. That's it. Like, every other series or everything needs to stay away from time travel because then there's no consequences to your action.
Right.
You could just fix it by going back in time.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that was the whole thing. Like, if your movie focuses on time travel, that's one thing. But if your movie doesn't focus on time travel and then you figure it out as a plot contrivance, that just, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm like, I don't care anymore.
I did hear.
It's obviously they got to that point. And was like, what do we do? They're creatively bankrupt on ideas. They have nothing else to say, and they're just like, time travel will fix it.
Yeah.
That's why they should have followed the comic books and the cartoons. They could have got a longer story out of it.
Mm. Frank says he's at the emergency room.
Wow. You send that on Facebook?
Yeah.
Didn't he just get out of the hospital?
He had surgery yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, Seth, when you're on vacation, do you put pictures on Facebook of you on vacation?
Nope.
Okay.
Why?
I don't understand why people do stuff like that. Because if someone wants to like break into your house, they're gonna go, "Oh, well, he's on vacation right now."
I mean, I take a bunch of stuff and I post it like afterwards.
Yeah, that's fine, but I just don't understand why people do it while they're on vacation.
Yup. Speaking of that, next week is going to be Toy Talk. We're going to move it around.
Yep.
The next week will be Toy Talk. Following week, you guys are stuck with Tommy.
Following week, I'm on vacation, so I don't care what you guys do.
Ditto.
You won't be here either.
I'll be at the beach with really, really crappy internet. So,
What beach are you going to be at?
I'm not saying. Emerald Isle, North Carolina.
No way.
What do you mean, no way?
Oh, man, I got to figure out how far that's going to be away. Wow.
Where are you going to be?
OBX.
Oh, the Outer Banks. That's like 1,000 miles long. That's not very.
Oh, I didn't know. Kitty Hawk.
You going to Duck?
I'll be just down from there.
Yeah. I always wanted to go to Duck.
Father, Dad, you might get to see Seth in a Speedo.
Oh, lucky me.
Ooh. You're going to be a long ways away.
Oh, too bad.
Three and a half hours.
Yeah.
That
I
sucks.
think it might be faster if you took a boat.
It probably would be.
Yeah, but a boat, you're only going to be going about 30 miles an hour.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
if
but
I had
it's
my buddy's boat, if I had my buddy's boat, we could roll out. My buddy's got a 35-foot long cigarette boat with twin 502s.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. We have to stop like every 20 minutes for gas.
Are those V8s?
Yeah, 502 big blocks,
Yeah.
and they're pro-charged.
Oh,
Ooh.
jeez.
Yeah, it's got twin Pro Chargers on it.
He's
Get
got
some
some
picture of that.
serious screws on
I
that
have
too.
to find. Yeah, I have to find
Move
it.
all that water.
He's got a switch on it, and what it'll do is it cuts the exhaust out. It's got electric cutouts for the exhaust. So when we're pulling out of the marina, it's fully exhaust, all that stuff, and it's real quiet, and all
Yeah.
you hear is the Pro Chargers whining. And so like people look at you like you got a jalopy over there making all kinds of noise, don't you? Nobody really gets it. Pull out of the marina and out of the sound area, flip a switch, and that thing's just trashy and mean sounding.
Mm.
We was out on the water, just the two of us, one time out on Smith Mountain Lake, and a racing jet ski blew past us. And I was like, "You think we could run him down?" He looked at me, laughed, set the trim, and just nailed it. And it wasn't, I mean, like seconds, and we were just
Wow.
right past him.
How deep has it got to be though, so he's not digging up, churning up the bottom?
I don't know.
Giggity.
I mean, he's moving a lot of water, so sometimes you get stuff coming up off the. You're not hitting the bottom, but the churn will just spit up some mud.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're at a lake, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's not,
Yeah, it might be deep. Yeah, that'd be deep enough.
I think it's like 130 foot in the middle.
Yeah, that's
Oh, wow.
deep enough.
So,
Yeah.
So, Seth, do you remember me telling you how our service truck broke down? And I had
No.
to drive- yeah, my service truck broke down, and I had to drive like 5 miles an hour back to the shop. I don't know what was going on. So we got my dad's friend to look at it, and he goes, "It's got no filter." I was like, "Well, that wouldn't have made it go 5 miles an hour. It would if the filter got sucked up the hose
Oh, geez.
and jabbed up in there.
Dang.
So it was suffocating. That's why it wasn't
The
run."
air filter?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, that's
It's
Jeez.
because
Hey.
the air filter was clogged,
yeah.
and
Hey,
so
Tommy.
it couldn't get air.
Do you want to go to the beach with us?
Huh?
Would you want to go to the beach with us?
Which beach?
Nags Head.
It'd be nice.
Well, why don't you grab you a tube, jump in the river, and you'll probably be there by the time we will. I'm serious. If you floated the Roanoke River long enough, you'll end up in the Albemarle Sound,
Yeah.
and that's on the.
I'd be like extra crispy, a toe
Yeah.
missing, and scraped elbows.
Dude, so all right, check this out. This is a 2-mile long bridge right here.
Is that
To
like the
get-
one that goes underwater?
No.
Oh.
This is all this bridge right here is probably 50, 60 foot above the water. It's cool. It's really cool. Where's my street view?
I couldn't trust it. I'd be freaking out. I hate driving over bridges.
Why?
You ever watch Final Destination?
Like a bridge over troubled.
Water.
Have you ever watched Final Destination, Seth?
Uh-uh.
Okay, well, don't watch that.
They all die.
Yeah.
I know, like
Have you-
two of them live and then they die in the beginning of the next movie.
Yeah.
There's my pool.
Oh, wow.
That's where I'll be.
Was that a pond in front of it?
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the pool at the beach.
Yep.
At least you won't have to worry about stepping on a jellyfish.
And sharks and
Yep.
all that other crap.
I hate the beach.
Have you ever got stung by jellyfish?
No, because I hate the beach.
Really?
What
Yeah.
he's saying is he doesn't go to the beach.
I go to the pool.
Chlorine
Yeah, man.
over salt.
Let's see, where is it? Right. Where are you? I'll show you. I'm two places. You see this little dot right here?
Yeah.
That's a pool. You see this dot right here?
Yeah.
That's the alphabet store. Two places. That's where you'll find me. And there's a Walmart, so I'm alright.
So let me ask you, being that I've never been to the beach while it was summer, or I've only been there during the winter.
Wow.
Only one time. Is the mosquitoes bad during the summer at the beach?
They can be.
They just feel with all that water and everything.
The
I think you
bikinis
have
are
more
better.
problems with the sand fleas.
Yeah.
What's a sand flea?
It's a flea that lives in the sand.
Like,
Hence
are
the
they
name.
regular fleas, but they live in sand?
Yeah, they're
Yes,
bigger too.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's also things called chiggers.
Yep.
I know what chiggers are.
Yeah.
I've never
they,
had it, but I know what
They
they
live
are.
like right on the outposts of the where the sand meets the like the land.
Mm.
And
Dang,
they
look
live
at
in
all these,
Spanish moss too.
These random beach houses, like in the middle of nowhere on this island.
Get off my island.
How dope is that? Like, there's
So-
no roads to get to them. Like, I mean, there's a little, like, service road.
So did you see that thing they found on Google Maps?
No.
It looks identical to the Stargate thing. Just laying on
No,
its side.
really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's just randomly in the desert. I'll see if
Randomly.
I can find the location. You got Google Earth on your laptop?
Who?
You. Yeah, you.
Yes.
And this is Google Maps.
What's the difference?
Google Earth is totally different.
Totally different.
It's
Posh.
no, you can literally see you can go down to your house and see what it looks like from the sides.
Ah.
I don't think you can on my house.
Yes, you can. It don't
Yeah.
go by the roads.
Doubt it. You can't see my house.
It don't exist. It's in the woods. It's a tree fort.
You would see the roof of your house, and you can go to the side and see what it would look like from the side.
Oh, hey, here's the Wright Brothers Memorial.
The who? What?
The Wright Brothers?
Oh, right, brother. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, as you were bitching about Jeff Gordon last week, the car I have is the Wright brothers' car that he drove.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the other one was Star Wars, and then of course the other one was the Joker because you have to have that. So since I did make it back, are you ready, Seth? Are you ready to laugh a little? I got my big hat. We're all good. I got on the bow tie. Check it out. Yeah, we got the red, white, and blue in the background. You got the United States Men's Rooms champion right here in the house of SuperFan, the man with the plan, Frank and the Wiener Dog Clan, 13 times healing solo backer here on the Men's Room to entertain all of you. It's true. It's damn true. And by the way, Lake, I'm going to stay at your house in September because I can't afford a hotel.
See, you pointed out the hat, you pointed out the bow tie, and then you looked down, and I thought you were going to do red, white, and blue on your balls. I mean, I thought for a second.
Hey, quit telling my secrets about how I had the American flag tattooed on my testicles, man.
Hey,
That was
now.
private conversation, bro.
Hey, now.
Hey, it doesn't get any better than that right there. It looks so good on here, man. I just love the sticker job I did.
Yeah. Red, white, and blue balls.
Yeah, right there, baby.
Oh,
Going to Horror Hound with me. You betcha.
what is that?
It is the Men's Room United States Championship, man.
No. When's the horror hound?
September in Ohio. The 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Okay.
Giggity.
I would tell you to play that Rocky clip with Mr. T. You know, hey woman, you want to know what a real man look like? But you know, I love Brian Lake too much to
Hey,
doubt
boy.
him that way.
Hey, boy. You're nothing but a paper champion.
So, Seth, are you on Google Earth? Oh, there you go. I know if I had dual screens, I could have seen it. I'm sorry.
Fired. Go get a freaking screen.
All right, so check your location.
No. I'm going to the beach.
All right.
Yeah, don't dox yourself, man.
For reals.
Well,
At one time,
Don't
someone
you
watched.
love that I found this without even having to like type it in?
Right.
I just know where things are.
all right, now click the little the 3D. Hold on, it's got to load, but they'll. Oh, I guess they haven't fixed that one yet. Like when you usually do it, the buildings are standing up and the cars are.
Might be loading.
It might be.
Good Tidewater skincare. Yeah, I don't guess this is gonna load. But right here's my food line. Probably go there do some grocery shopping.
Got a Piggly Wiggly too? Or is that more
No.
Western North Carolina or Central?
We had a Piggly Wiggly here for a little bit.
When Dixie Dunn died.
So Brian, did you get your tickets for the Horror Hound, or are you rolling in with the boys?
I need to double check if I'm rolling in because I haven't gotten any yet. I need to double check on that because they usually put me in with the vendor pass, and then I usually make a beer or two, kind of like I did at Indy.
Yeah,
it's been a while, so I got to double check that.
To hear back from ETEP myself on what hotel he's staying at because I was planning on getting the same one because I know the guys I think are just staying with family and whatnot. I figure you just probably go home and then come back.
Yeah, I usually go home. It's not odd for my wife to be visiting her mom during that same time, so I usually have to go deal with the dog, so I can't stay out too late. But we'll see if she is or not this time. I don't know. But I definitely need to double check that.
It's right around the corner, baby. I'm excited.
Yeah, it is. It ain't far off for sure.
Need some men room shirt.
And I got to figure out what beer I'm going to make. I don't think I'm going to bring as much as I did to Indy. I think I'm going to make a smaller batch, but a little higher in alcohol.
Well, I'll be able to drink this time, so
okay.
Just once I get there, that's it. I'll be hotel bound, and I'm not driving anywhere because I'm not like I won't have my daughter or anybody with me this time. It'll just be me.
Right.
Hooking up with like I say with Pete. Because I think him and his wife are going as well. I know he's going. Nice. I think he said he's bringing his wife. But I was like, well, hell, we'll just get, stay in the same hotel like we did when we went down and seen the guys, that way if we got all hooked up, it's a lot easier if you're all in the same hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, I know last time he got some, not like a bed and breakfast, but like some kind of a house rental type thing. But I don't know where it was.
Right.
Because I never went. So
I'm just happy we're gonna have the convention, man. Because like you and me were talking off air and prior, where we weren't sure if they were gonna do it, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're doing it." So I was like, "Okay, cool." Right. I bought my tickets. As soon as they opened up again and said tickets are on sale, I bought them. I messaged a couple people saying tickets are on sale. So if you're going, you better get them. Like Jeff the Iron Wolf, Proper Jeremy, Justin Proper. I wasn't set to go, but they had a baby.
So you can see how it looks on mine. Because yours is still flat and it don't make sense to me.
What about
you don't make sense, you friggin' ninny.
Giggity.
All right, so
Dr. Coffinails. Is he close?
see
or is he
how
closer
mine
to Indy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Dr.
three-dimensional?
Coffinails will be there as well because he lives in Indy.
Oh, okay. I know we're talking across you, Tommy.
Sorry, Tommy.
You see how mine's three-dimensional stuff?
Yeah.
Yours is not. That's why it looks weird to me. See, I
You
can
look
go.
weird. I still
Yours
don't.
looks
I don't
weird.
recognize anywhere we're at. Where are we?
We're in Salem.
Where at?
Near my dad's house.
Huh?
Near my dad's house. See, I used to live there.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Go to your left.
This one.
To your left, you goobus. Where were you?
Your other left.
You're to go back to where you used to live.
Left, your other left.
That's the wrong house.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, my son.
It's awesome.
I'll show you.
Superstar. Let's see if we can get this.
I know exactly where you're at. I know exactly what your fire department's right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine where you
I'm
live.
right here.
All right. Keep going to the right now. The actual right. Not. Dang it, Tommy. You're the worst directional person ever.
Yeah.
What?
Go back to your friggin' house.
Okay.
For
Right
the
here.
love of God. Now,
I'm
on
at
that
the house.
street, if you were to walk out of that house and go to the left, which would be our right, walk down the street.
All right.
Keep it going. You just go until I say stop. You should know where I'm going.
Yeah, I know where you're going now.
All right, then.
You gotta know where you're going.
Know where you going. Know where you want to
That's
walk.
right there.
Walk away.
Look at my little house. Oh, man, dude. It doesn't have the paved driveway, does it?
Yeah, this is before you lived there because the grass ain't good.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, and
Kinda
some
grassy.
jerkwads parked. Some jerkwads parked beside the house, man. Like, they paved the driveway and cleaned up the yard, and, like, it looked really nice when I lived there. God, what a crap hole.
Yeah. And
That's
then
my
if you
little
go
house,
up
man.
here, you know what house this is.
Yeah.
Too many vehicles.
Grabber blue.
That's
Jeez,
Salem
man.
for you. That's like off Salem.
Yeah. I wonder if I refresh mine if it would come back.
Subdivision.
It might just be your location too. Some of them ain't popped up yet. They got to go in individually and raise the buildings, basically.
Hmm.
But sometimes, let's see if this one will do it. Sometimes you can change the year to see what it used to look like.
That's cool. It says it's from 2017.
Yeah, but I think you can go back all the way to 2010.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you do that.
Can you go back to 1955?
Oh, you can measure the distance in the area.
Gotta get you back
Cool.
to the future.
All right, you want to do a random place?
Yeah, I want to do a random. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah.
You took me to a state park.
I'm still looking at the beach. Hey, there's the old Benjamin Franklin.
All right, you can share your screen.
Well, you don't wanna go somewhere?
I already did. It took me to a state park. You can, if you go on the side, Seth, you can hit something random.
What?
It's the die. If you hit the dice,
Yeah.
or the die, it will take you to a random place.
I don't want to go to a random place. I want to go to.
Okay, while you're not sharing the screen, or wait until we go off air, and then I want to see if you can see your house.
I'll try. I really don't think you can.
You'd be surprised.
All right. Well, since we're not sharing, I'll do it, and I'll tell you. Well, we're going all the way up, and we're going back down, and too many trees.
Zoom in.
That's what she said.
Loading. 56%.
Do you got the little wheel on your mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, you hold that down and move it move it up.
Oh.
Come on.
Too many trees.
Yeah, I can see my uncle's house pretty well. Gosh, this is an old because I can see his. I'm pretty sure it was a red Dodge. It's a red. It looks like a red pickup truck. But it's like not clear at all.
See, I'm amazed that you don't have to download anything. Because you used to have to download it.
Like that's as clear as it's getting. But there's so many trees, like you can't see nothing. Like right here is my roof, and that's my front yard.
I bet y'all save a lot on electricity with all that shade.
I don't think so.
It's starting to pop up now.
This is my grandpa's house.
Okay, now hold your mouse down and rotate it. Yeah, yours is popping up.
Not really.
It's not detailed.
I don't know who's got a black blob.
Was that old truck? Was it black or red?
It looks black.
No, but the like 30s model, the old Ford.
You know what? That was red. That could be my grandpa had a 40s model Mercury a long time ago, and it was black.
Which that would explain why, because that picture's old. You can tell by the textures and everything.
There's his green pickup truck. And I think that's my grandma's car, but I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it, but who knows?
Seth, this is what you need to do in a house you want to.
There's my house. That's about as best as you're gonna get.
Click the mouse and drag down. Or drag up.
That's as far down as it'll go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus, $250 a night. Man, hotels in Ohio are bullshit. Fuck you! I'm sleeping in my Prius in fucking Lape's fucking driveway. Jesus.
Wow.
Right.
Is that in Sharonville?
Yeah.
Oh, must be because of the convention. Then I wouldn't have guessed it. It would
I
be
like the idea.
half that.
Yeah. So that'd be $500 just for 2 nights.
With our governor, still got his thumb so far up his ass. They probably are only 50% capacity or some such nonsense.
Yeah, I looked up. I see where Prime would want to stay because they have a Hilton.
You're damn right.
Oh, click.
Okay, well, we'll go halvesies. You come to Ohio, we'll go halvesies.
Ohio. OHIO?
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Ohio.
Now zoom in. See how the buildings are 3-dimensional now?
They were like that just a minute ago, Goobus.
Yeah, but the picture quality's better because they're newer pictures.
Probably. It's still loading.
So you think about it. We have access to this kind of technology where we can literally zoom into the area. Makes you wonder what they have.
What they have is they could do whatever they want whenever they want.
What they have is something that they fly through the cities, and it's seamless. That's 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Well, there's a Hyatt for $159 a night.
All right, Seth. Since you got this pulled up, after you find out what you're looking for, I'm going to give you a number to type in the search bar and search it up.
There's the aquarium. That place is cool. You can play with penguins.
You can play with penguins?
Yeah.
Penguins? Cool.
Penguins.
Hey, Mr. Shawhan,
yeah, bro.
When you're looking at stuff, I live west of Sharonville. I'm not sure how many miles, but there's the if you go, because Sharonville, let's say that's between 75 and 71. If you look at Fairfield, it's a few exits that might be cheaper. I guess it's Fairfield, that exit. There's an exit. It's kind of off. I forget how many hotels there are. I want to say there's 3. One's right next to a Cracker Barrel, and the other one's right next to Cancun on the other side.
Tommy, they got a Space Needle in Gatlinburg.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, you can go up in it and check it out. You ever been to Gatlinburg?
No.
Oh, it's beautiful, dude. Lots of fun.
I'll be honest, the only time I've gone anywhere is on a job site.
Wow.
Just work.
You need to,
live a little.
Live a little, yeah.
The Gatlinburg Sky Bridge is there, but it's not there at the time. And the little town up here got destroyed because of the fire. So this is post-fire. Because there was a really nice little village up here that you could go do stuff. And then it all burned down.
Are you looking at... Oh, yeah.
Go
downtown, I can show you where Utam's parents are. Or-
You showed me last time we did this.
Oh, okay.
But,
Is that the old? Is this recent or is this like right after the fire? Because that was a
I
few years
think
ago.
this must have been right after the fire because there's stuff built up here now.
Okay, because that's one of the chairlifts, right?
Yeah, the one that's in the middle.
Yeah, with the yellow chairs, I think.
Right. It says right here. This is where the sky bridge is,
Oh yeah.
but it's not there yet.
Yeah, that's old pictures then.
Yeah, this is right after the fire. So I was telling him this is where this was a little village up here. You can buy stuff and whatever.
Yeah. My theory of the whole fire is it was covering up a crime of some sort. Supposedly, 2 kids said it, and then they were arrested or whatever. Then you just didn't hear anything about it. But it was set in multiple places almost simultaneously. So it wasn't those 2 kids that said it.
That's what I figured.
Let's go 2 adults. Get the hell out of here.
This place used.
Hey, Adam, if you put addresses of those places in the private chat, I can tell you where they are and if they're good places or not.
Basically what I was looking at was the hotel's right
there.
Yeah, right across from the convention center, basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I mean, at like $250 a night, it's not too bad because that way I can just walk across and everything. Because they still don't have up. Like they're supposed to be celebrity sign stuff. They don't have any of that shit up yet. The hotel stuff is very vague. You're supposed to get a discount if you're doing the Horror Hound weekend, but when you click on it, it's like, yeah, no, it's not available yet. I'm like, so more than likely, I'll just get a room with a big king side bed and go have fun and relax for the weekend. It's like, yeah, and then obviously, I'm joking, dude. I would not, impose and be like, I got to stay at your house, Brian, or hit up, Justin Proper, but I'm staying at your place. I'm not a dick like that, but I was just looking because I've been waiting to double check on the hotels and all that stuff, and it sucks, but it'll be just after my birthday, so I'll be treating myself.
Yeah, I'd call the hotel then and say, hey, there's some special deal for the Horror Hound weekend, and because the organizers of that event. Sometimes they seem to know what they're doing, and other times it's like
because I'm looking at the Fairfield Inn, and it says right here on the thing, it even says Horror Hound rate. You click here, and then you click there, and there's nothing there. So I'm like, well, I'll call those bitches tomorrow and be like, yo, I want to book my shit, but your rate's not working. I want my discounted rate.
Yeah, is that Fairfield Inn in Sharonville?
Yeah,
I think that might be the one that even has a walk over bridge,
because there was 2 of them. There's that one, which is C, and then B is directly across, and B is the Marriott Delta. Yeah. And when you type in the dates for the Marriott Delta, it says there's no rooms available, which I could believe because we're less than 2 months away.
Yeah.
And I'm going to call them tomorrow, or maybe tonight after the stream. I'll give them a buzz and be like, "Yo, I'm trying to book my shit, and I want my rate for the Horror Hound weekend," because it was, I think, $65 for the weekend pass. So I went in and just did all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because I figure I'll leave here because you're only like 3-4 hours away because I got to go down and then over, or depending on how I go. But it's still not that bad. It's less than a 4-hour drive, so I figure I'll check. Check is not till like 3 and shit,
right?
So I'm like, I got plenty of time, and then get in and get checked in, and I'll have a gym bag and a bunch of guns, but that's about it. The usual. Break into this room, wrong room, motherfucker.
So, question for y'all: have y'all ever seen to scale the Great Pyramids?
Question for you: what do you do on September 10th, 11th, and 12th? I think you need to come up here and go to Horror Hound with me.
Working. I never knew these were this big. Like, that's a road.
You broke up that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're breaking up though.
Oh. Is that better? Can you hear me?
Seems to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I guess because it's using too much of the computer, because I'm also trying to run a program, so I guess all three were messing it up. But
Could be.
if you go on Google Earth and look at the pyramids, it's amazing compared to the road beside it how massive they are. I was looking at it, I was like, it's just hard to believe their explanation for how it was built.
Yeah. Well, wasn't
What?
the Great Pyramid the tallest man-built building until like the late 19th century when we built a skyscraper? I mean, the thing is.
Yeah, but technically they don't know because they won't dig around it anymore.
Yeah.
It could actually be bigger than what they think.
Well, I know the one side, the stones that, you're walking around on your stones thinking it's bedrock, and they're actually placed stones that have been cut smooth. I don't know if they've ever excavated or tried to move one of those. And then, I mean, just the footing work, because part of it on one side does, I think it's the Great Pyramid, or is it one of the other ones where it goes into a limestone outcropping. But I think that thing, what they call the Queen's underneath chamber, I think that was something else before.
Yeah,
I think we're looking at about 4 or 5 different construction phases.
I know I'm gonna get a little I believe it had to do with something that Tesla made.
What do you mean?
That's just my theory. The Tesla tower that was supposed to provide free energy, the only reason why is because in the Great Pyramids, they did find batteries. They were made from ceramic bowls, and they had a copper core.
Well, the Sumerian battery, that's not found at the pyramids. That's a couple thousand
but
miles.
I thought they found some there, too.
Oh, I've never heard that. I know they found them, and that was a different time frame, and they were actually pretty weak. But so they think that they used them to electroplate gold and stuff like items gold. But there's a lot of water. There's caverns. There's cut, underneath. There's all kinds of pits that they find around. And they don't know what they're about. But I think one of the theories for some of those pits, they're actually storage pits for grain. They're not, unused pyramids. There's a lot more going on at Giza than we really seem to know. And some of those things years later become a cult rises up and worships Cheops or whatever. And they obliterate stuff that's there. And so it's hard to say, when was this put here? It could have been put there 200 BC or 2000 BC, and we don't really know.
Yeah. But the funny thing is that the documentary I saw, they said the way they're saying the blocks would be cut, it would take 15 days to cut one block.
Oh, yeah.
And that's nonstop. I'm thinking, okay, 15 days, and it's got, I'd say, over 100,000 blocks at least.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The stones aren't being cut by bronze chisels, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They go blunt. And then the guy, Christopher somebody, I forget his name, he's an engineer. He's looked at some of the cuts where they can tell the how big the saw is, and they do some calculations of how fast it has to be moving to cut. And there's all kinds of machine marks on stuff. And it's hard to say what stuff is original, what stuff is worked later. I mean, there was a pyramid that for a long time Egyptians, there's a fourth pyramid. It's up on a rise, and I think it's the grandson or great grandson supposedly have that one built. And they thought it maybe had exploded, but when you start looking at the earliest findings there, they found all these Roman tools, and what it was with the Romans, that was the easiest one to pull apart, and that's exactly what the Romans did. They pulled it, almost all of it apart, and built stuff down closer to what it on the river there, on
But
the Nile.
the pyramids we see ain't actually what they look like. Wasn't it covered in like a granite or something, like a white stone?
Yeah, I've heard
Polished?
that there are 3 different colors. I think white, red, and something else. There's some reports of because some of the stones didn't get moved until there was an earthquake, I think in the 19th century, and they pulled them up to build Cairo. And there's been some reports that they were carved. All the faces of the pyramid were carved, like hieroglyphs, and in Greek and in Latin, and which seems kind of odd because then that would be more Greek and Latin would be more modern than ancient hieroglyphs.
Yeah.
So I don't know how true any of that stuff is, and there's aren't any photographs of it, so it's hard to tell. But they were supposedly I thought one was supposed to be white, another one red, but yeah, they were definitely finished differently.
And some of them said they had a golden tip.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I don't know if they've ever proven that.
Because it always seems like, well, I mean, if you were a grave robber, you would go for the golden tip. So, like, it doesn't make sense to put one up there.
Well, you're not, but if when they're finished and they're smooth, you're not scaling that thing.
Oh, yeah, true.
So,
True.
And the pictures that I've seen of the top of the Great Pyramid, it's a rather odd, and the stones are eroded, and it's not flat, right? It's kind of weird, and I've also seen where they've done different, like they did radar and some other things, and it looks like there might be a spiral staircase, a spiral, like the ramp is inside the pyramid. Mark Lehner goes up in one area, and it looks to, I think it's Mark Lehner. Maybe it's not me. It's the other guy whose name escapes me, short with curly hair. He climbs, he has permission to go up there, and sure enough, he finds this, right where the guy said there should be what looks like, like they blocked it off as they were building it, coming down or something.
So, but
I don't know how you would rotate the stones, and how do you get the casing stones on? I mean, that's the great mysteries, is if it's built with a ramp, before the thing is like 75% done, the ramp will have more materials than the entire Great Pyramid does. So you basically have to build the Great Pyramid twice.
Now, let me ask you this, because this is curiosity. I want to pick your brain a little bit. So I've been reading articles, and some of them are off the wall, but some people are claiming that it was a civilization that was more advanced than we actually realized, and then something happened, and then Egyptians started going there, and it just started crumbling. So we got the remains of something that we don't know where it came from.
Yeah, there's that's one of them. The pyramid, the Pyramid Machine, I think, is a book on that it was a power plant, that it shows signs of an internal explosion. The 2 chambers are one. I think one is tuned to C and the other one's to G. There's some interesting characteristics about the internal granite in the King's Chamber. There's some that claim that on the sides of the pyramid there's evidence of a water erosion, like by a great wave coming in. And this gets around to the idea in the end of the Younger Dryas, you have possible asteroid impact on the ice sheet and melting very rapidly. And there's parts in the Badlands of, I think it's Idaho. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Because see, when I see like that underground chamber, I think they call it the Queen's Chamber. That to me looks like it has a very different architecture than the next thing up. And then when you go up the Grand Gallery, there is a switch in architecture, almost like it was a mastaba that then was extended. And it wouldn't surprise me, because this is the problem with the pyramids, is we can see experimentation with some mastabas of clay, and then we have the bent pyramid, and then we have the Great Pyramid. And the Great Pyramid, we know a lot about its internal structure. We don't know a lot about the other 2. And the other one that's next to it seems it's not quite as tall, but every sketch of it that I see just shows that it's just all blocks.
Yeah,
whereas
and
the Great
it
Pyramid's
don't make
got
sense why they're not digging more down to see where it ends.
right. The Great Pyramid even shows on some of the faces, it looks like there might be blocked entrances. There's, talk of different ramps and things, and you look at the Great Pyramid, in my view, is like it was either the ultimate expression of that kind of building or it's the greatest enigma, because it's really an 8-sided figure, because without the casing stones, you can see that there's a slight indentation of the stones toward the middle, and it's something you can only see when the light hits it just right.
Yeah.
It has alignments just like the Sphinx. It has certain alignments with the equinoxes and true north, south, east, west. It has, the Grand Gallery itself is a great engineering feat. Then you have what they call the relieving chambers above the King's Chamber, which are significant engineering feats. And yet the other ones right beside it just appear to be just stacked stones. And then I'm like, well, how come they're still standing? Because like the bent pyramid looks like they stopped doing stuff. And I think there's a lot to the idea that this was the ultimate expression of a civilization that the Egyptians maybe came across it or came out of it. There was a great turmoil.
About it.
Yeah.
If there was a ruler and he was about to pass, he was like, oh, I want to be buried in that pyramid.
Yeah, well, that's one of the ideas about the Great Pyramid, is that was open during the Old Kingdom times, and it was actually used for rituals. It was not a burial place, because Khufu, is that the Great Pyramid? I think if I remember correctly, there's one small statue that's attributed to Khufu, and it's like 3 inches tall, and that's it. No bodies have been found in these pyramids. Now, smaller pyramids around them that have a very distinct different shape difference, they have found bodies. But then they've also found evidence that some have been recarved, that there's possibility of a second Sphinx there that was later, because of erosion and stuff, was recarved into a mastaba tomb. There's a lot of depictions of 2 Sphinxes on the Giza Plateau in ancient times. I think it's just been that place has been utilized by so many different cultures, various versions of the Egyptian culture. It's really, really tough to say what belongs here and what belongs there.
If a disaster happens where it wiped out our electricity, wiped off basically everything, society would eventually dumb down again.
That would suck.
And have to work its way back up. Am I right? So I think that's what happened.
Well, look at what we know about the Library of Alexandria. Okay.
What's that?
Look it up. So the Library of Alexandria in Egypt, the barbarians invade and they burn a lot of it, and we have some ideas of what it contained in the knowledge that it was lost. And then even like in Europe and in England, when the Romans especially in England, the Romans pull out of England, and we have the Dark Ages, and we know almost nothing about it. We have the Dark Ages in Europe. We have the plagues. We seem to forget stuff that the Greeks knew, and we rediscover 2,000, or 1,000 years later, 1,500 years later. Then we get the Renaissance when we start rediscovering some of this stuff, and we're like, oh, people knew about hydraulics, and Archimedes knew a lot of stuff, and the Romans knew that water seeks its own level, and that's how they built some of these aqueducts. But yet, when the Roman Empire falls, how to just keep those things running is lost, let alone how to build one.
Yeah,
they sent water hundreds of miles, but in the Andes they did similar things with small aqueducts. And I think if something were to happen, there would be some kind of a reset. We would lose a lot of, just think of the idea of Atlantis. So let's say that our civilization perishes, and we have tribes all over the world that have minor interactions with Western, they survive. We get some stragglers that somehow survive and join them, and they have these tales of these giant cities. Because let's say it's massive natural disaster. We go through this meteor. Is it the Pleiades? We have this. It revolves around the sun, but we travel through it twice a year. That looks like it's remnants of a comet that came in, fell apart. This is where the Tunguska object probably came out of this stream. And for the most part, in the last several thousand years, we really haven't had very much. But imagine something like Tunguska happening over London, right? Or New York. Imagine it's if we had several objects like that came in kind of a few hours behind each other. So you get like New York gets hit, London gets hit, Los Angeles, maybe Paris. We don't have any defense against this. And we get massive unrest. Maybe if something were to hit, in the heartland and burn crops. And I mean, right now it looks like we're about to go through some crap too because of the shortages and different things.
Yeah.
But let's say it's something that if some of the ideas of the Younger Dryas, we had a warming period, then we had a sudden cold spell for 3,000 years, and then bam, we're out of it. Okay, and they see this Meltwater Pulse 1A, they see we're getting warmer, and then bam, we're back to cold, and we get Meltwater Pulse 1B. The seas rise 300 meters in 18 months, which is amazingly fast. Because they, 2 mile thick ice sheets just melt instantly and are just, tearing up everything. So let's say we had something that zapped us back to cold. It's a few thousand years later. We come out of it. And there's all these tales of the old days when they had this great thing and they had things that flew in the sky. And, they wouldn't know what an airplane was. They wouldn't know how to describe it. And if you were hearing this later, you'd be like, whatever. And you have something like that, especially with ice, could just grind a lot of stuff to complete oblivion. New York, Chicago, it wouldn't come too far south. Maybe Atlanta, you might have some remnants of it.
Well, you also saw the hammer, that stone literally wrapped around it, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen things where hammers have been and stuff. There's also something in, I don't know if it's Bosnia.
But the funny thing about the hammer is the wooden handle is starting to turn to coal.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, no, a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've even seen other things that look like chariot wheels that are in stone that are supposed to be, laid down 1 million years ago or whatever. One person to look up, and again, you can just take all this with a grain of salt, because Michael Cremo has a book, Forbidden Archaeology. And he goes back into the Vedas. Now, he spent a lot of time in India when as a kid because of his dad's job. And these Hindu Vedas talk about a time that's not like reading the Bible and it's, 6,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago. They're talking about time 1 million years ago where humans were doing things. And there would be these great wars and these flying ships and these flying, I think they're called manas or something, or vimanas. I forget what they're called. Anyway, so he started looking at these things as if they were expressed actual events that people didn't really know how to relate. And they created these legends, if you will, about these things, but they had some element to them. And there's been a lot of research on oral traditions, and oral traditions seem to hold very well until they encounter a written culture. And then that's when they tend to change. So I don't know, but yeah, it's, I forget who it was. And in the 90s, when I first started encountering some of this stuff, got a coworker of mine quoted some archaeologist who I don't remember who it was, but it's something like, man has inherited a greater and richer past than he realizes. And I know, what's his name? Oh, I can picture him. He's a journalist. He started doing things with the Shroud of the Ark of the Covenant years ago. But
Dr. Jones.
No. But his name is just right there in front of my face. But he talks about, calls humans are a species with amnesia. But it wouldn't take much. I mean, look at in our lifetimes, well, especially, Prime and I, and a little bit with Adam was around for some of that, floppy disks, right? If I gave you a 3.5-inch floppy, could you get the data off of it?
Well, I mean, all you would really need is a spark of intelligence that can grow.
Yeah.
For a rough civilization to go from 1 to 100.
Right. And there's a lot of compelling research that suggests that what gave humans the spark of intelligence is when they started eating meat.
Well, that and ingesting caffeine. It actually shows that we started growing more as a society when coffee was more regularly drank.
Yeah. But I'm talking about, a long time ago. But
oh yeah.
So you can take your plant-based diets and shove them. But well, hey, if you want to eat that, go ahead. Just don't make me eat it. But I try to look at where these things align. Because lots of times, you get on the fringes, and next thing you know, you're talking about UFOs and all kinds of other craziness.
Well, I'm not stay on a baseline.
Right. I'm not convinced there's life anywhere else in the universe. Actually,
I believe there is, but I believe we'll never know it because it's too far of a distance. Because I think about it as they literally just like 2 months ago looked at a dark spot in space and found multiple galaxies.
Yeah.
If you do the math, there has to be life out there. The percentage of it.
But it could be in another galaxy, and we'll never encounter it.
I mean, it's like with the UFO thing. It's just an unidentified flying object. Doesn't mean aliens and green men and shit. So, like UFO, or, the unknown is still unknown. It doesn't always mean as soon as you say, UFOs are real or they're fake. It doesn't always mean that it's a little green man or a little blue man. It could be
don't even have to be paranormal. It could be something that scientist is making in his backyard that's still considered a UFO.
Yeah.
Like when Seth's lawnmower took flight like
uncharted.
There you go. Unidentified. Well, it was either earlier this week or late last week, Tim had somebody on, they were talking about some high-powered lasers the Air Force was messing with that actually can manifest enough energy in a concentrated spot, especially with clouds and things, where they'll show up on radar. So, and they were talking about the Navy. The Navy had released those things, and I looked at it and I was like, either this is staged but if the Air Force was, let's just say hypothetically, they have a laser like that, and let's say it's on a satellite or whatever, maybe the Air Force could be screwing with the Navy.
Right.
And they're not going to admit that, we have this laser, we do some stuff with it, and we could literally, take out downtown New York City with it in a second. They're never going to admit that.
The best was Texas, dude. I think it was in Texas where there was pre all this craziness, but there was the guy that went nuts or whatever, and they sent the robot, the Ed 209, in and blew that motherfucker away because he was going to blow something up. I can't remember because this is a couple years back. I was like, see, Ed 209 does exist. Any shit that you're thinking of, by the time you find out that it was there, they had it for decades before, I mean, go back as far as Star Trek. Look at the little flippy phone, and they're talking to the communicators, and now everybody has a freaking cell phone.
Well, yeah. The thing that made me mad is I had an idea, and I didn't tell nobody for 2 years because I knew if I told somebody, I would find it. And I didn't tell nobody, but I found it online. And I was thinking, like, how they have a problem with tires in the U.S., what to do with them. They're starting to turn them into like
playground shit,
playground stuff, but that's not enough to do nothing.
Mm-mm.
So I thought, like, well, maybe they can make it into a mold where they can take a piece of a tire and turn it into a shingle. And they're already doing that. They're turning tires into shingles for roofs. I was so mad when I found that out.
Tommy had an idea for 2 years, and it was already done and done. Cheating, Seth.
Did you ever search the parameters on that on Google or anything, Tommy?
Parameters of what?
I mean, no. Did you ever search that idea on Google? Like, did you type it in?
No,
to see if anybody else
type
had it
in because then it's an idea that's out there.
Exactly, because that's what Google steals a lot of ideas by people searching for their own. Like they're saying, well, maybe I'll see if it's already out there to see if I can go forward with my idea.
And then Google patents it real quick.
Right, and then Google it, and then all of a sudden Google now has a new idea. So don't let them bastards win.
That's why you shouldn't use Google.
That's right.
DuckDuckGo's, I heard, is getting bad though. Like they're censoring, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as Google, but they're still censoring.
At the end of the day, we're all fucked because of that net neutrality shit. So, I mean, anything you type in on your phone, doesn't matter if it's Google, doesn't matter if it's Siri, it's an open book to these people. So, I mean, you're shit out of luck.
Yeah. Yeah. But
they're everywhere all the time.
So, Adam and Prime, do y'all believe the pyramids were made by Egypt? Like Egyptians?
Never really thought about it. Don't give a shit.
I think they were made by people who weren't indigenous to Egypt.
I would say slave labor, but yeah.
Even then, though, if you look at the stats of how much the blocks weighed,
this is an argument where they use levers and all kinds of
even with that, they were talking about the population of slaves was too many for them to have, for them to build it in the time period they have set.
Here's the problem. We're looking at stuff for millions of years back or however long ago it was and trying to debate shit that has been per decade different shit. So what they told me back in the 90s is different than shit that you would have learned when you were in school versus what we're finding on the internet now. So I just don't care, to be honest with you. I really give no shits who built what. Because
well, try to play along, all right, Adam? Play along.
Yeah. But my pay grade, though.
Humor Tommy.
I'm a huge history buff. So, like, that's the stuff I can really debate in and get into.
You're a history buff. Can I get that in your Act of David?
Yep. While you're riding in the ambulance, you know?
Yep. But, are we still going to do the, are you going to be moving Sunday, Seth?
No.
Moving the stuff?
Did you go to his yard
Sunday,
sale yet?
Did you get thrown out of your house? No.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah, he got erected out of his house.
Mm-hmm. No, I know.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
You know what's up.
Hey, once you go thong, you never go back.
Oh, wait.
I thought it was once you go Wong, you never go back.
Gay.
Oh, yeah.
China, don't trust China, asshole.
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Look how that guy, he's like a boss, man.
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
He's
telling me that he doesn't look that way in normal attire.
Is he wearing abnormal attire?
Well, he's more like business.
Oh. Yeah, Prime, you weren't here when I learned that where you stowed that.
Ooh.
What does that
I
say?
like that shirt.
It was back when Trump was running against Hillary.
Oh.
I got yelled at for wearing this when I went in to vote. And I'm like, she's not even running. Make America great again. And then there's the back, right? Like, I loved it. I was like, oh, man. I was like, hell yeah. So I wore this when I went to vote and got yelled at. You can't wear that. And I go, they're wearing Make America Great hats and shit, and you're yelling at me about a T-shirt from a previous election, which was hiding my gun at the time, by the way. So they made me take it off. So I just took it off. I was like, all right. They're like, you'll have to put it inside out. And I'm like, I ain't putting shit inside out. So I wore it like a cape. I wore it like this, so it's still.
Yeah.
You're a rebel, Adam. You're a rebel.
So, did you hear about the federal government? What they're trying to make legal?
Well, they're trying to do a lot of things. You mean the censorship?
Federal government's asshole.
Now, the THC being allowed, the federal government making it allowed, but here's the kicker. If you get a THC card, you can't have a concealed license.
Tommy, that's old news. It's been that way for decades.
Yeah, it's been that way for a long time.
No, but they're talking make it to where federally you're allowed to have a THC card. Not state, federal.
Yeah, but you got to give up your gun rights.
Here's the thing, Tommy. You didn't understand the words coming out of my mouth. It's been that way for decades. Federally,
yeah, for states. That was state, not federal. Federal is now passing.
Listen, dude. Here's what you're not understanding. Yes, certain states have marijuana laws where they decriminalized it, right? But if you grew hemp, you couldn't have a gun permit. That was federal, dude, not state.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's been this way for decades. In the state I live in, you could fill out to grow hemp, but you cannot federally have a gun permit because your gun permit is not by your state. It's the federal law, bro. It's got nothing to do with your state.
Well, which gun permit are we talking about?
I've got lifetime.
Because a lot of states are starting to go to constitutional carry.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have some that'll do, I don't even know if you do have to do a background check. You just have to apply. Like in West Virginia, you just apply for a CCW. And so you have reciprocity with certain states. Now, New Jersey, Hawaii, California, no.
Chicago.
Yeah, Illinois is a problem. And, even when I got mine for Ohio, you get your list. And then some states will reciprocate if you're like over 18 or over 21 or whatever. And then like Ohio will give you a CCW if you work here, but don't live here. So some states don't don't reciprocity that unless you're a resident, right? So, and then, some states like Illinois and California, they don't give two flips what you've got. But with some of the states legalizing marijuana against the federales, which I think that's it should be a state issue. The federal government should have nothing to do with it. I mean, most of what the federal government does, they really have no power. It's just the states let them do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, Department of Education, all that crap. I mean, the Department of Defense and interstate commerce is probably about the only things that are legal, because that's all that's the federal government's supposed to do, is, keep the disputes between the states, attribute them, be charged of interstate commerce so they're not taxing each other as you go across state lines with tariffs and things, and then national defense. But now even there, like states governors, that's why you have Florida and South Dakota sending National Guard troops to Texas, because the federales won't do anything with it because they want the free labor. Both parties do. And you have the Democrats running children, literally children trafficking, and then you have the blue bloods, I'll say, the GOP side of the house wanting the inexpensive labor. So, it's all pretend, really. They pretend to care.
You shared on Facebook or you commented on it, popped up on mine, where it's like, if you could have any politician arrested, which one? I said all of them, because they're all fucking dirty crooks. Every single last one of them.
You have, especially any career politicians. I mean, you do have Rick DeSantis, and you have some states governors who are finally saying, hey, I'm going to, but again, these are what I would say Republicans are not GOP. Here in my state, we definitely have a GOP governor, and I've lived in Ohio now since mid 97. And if you listed all the governors out, I cannot tell you who's Republican and who's Democrat. It goes back and forth and nothing changes. And now we've actually lost people, and now we've lost electoral vote or electoral. Yeah. And we've lost a representative. I don't know when that goes into effect. I don't know if it's the next election or whatever, but because of the census. And,
they need to do a different job about that, because some people, I know a lot of people that don't even fill them out.
Because was 2020 the last time it went, or 2019? I forget when the last one
2020
was.
was the last census.
Yeah, I didn't get I usually, I've gotten a couple of them from Ohio, but in 2020 I did not get one.
Yeah, I didn't get one.
Because I fill out the top part. Because I remember one time I got it, I guess it was 2010, or maybe, because 2000 my kids would have been too little, but 2010 I filled it out with them myself. And I only did the top part, the part that you have to say a couple things about how many people are living and some other stuff. And then there's all the optional stuff where they go into, what's your skin color and are you male, female, or other, I don't do any of that
business.
Right. I just want the part that matters for counting people and apportionment. That's it. I don't really care about any of that anything else. But 2020, I did not get one, and I've lived in the
I would
same
have put
house.
out my mailbox.
Yeah,
I
but
threw mine away.
But it's because I think if I remember last time you could like cut out that part and you just send that one small, because it was like a pamphlet, and I only did like the half of the first page, the part that they actually need to know, because it goes into who's got college degrees and who's what kind of you don't need to know any of that stuff. There's absolutely no reason you need to be asking any of those questions, but you do need to be counting how many people are so that we have proper representation in Washington.
Oh, leave them alone. They're trying to be neighborly.
I know. But
tell them none you, baby. None you.
Of course, a Google search, if they buy the data from ADP and several others, they'll just cross-reference the street. They can figure all that stuff out with just some minor searches. But
Facebook, baby, right off your Facebook. They know who lives in your house, what pictures, where you go to eat, everything you've shared digitally. They know.
Yeah. And then when you fill out, what's that form you got to fill out when you buy a firearm?
ID 10T.
Yeah, well, but that's a federal form, and you have to say on there whether or not you do, because that's when they say, hey, are you smoking marijuana or not, and, and other drugs, have you been convicted and all that other stuff. And what's crazy is, of course, in Ohio, all those questions and more are on your CCW application. So when I finally got something after I got CCW, I started reading it, and I asked the guy, I said, didn't I answer all these questions to get that permit you've got in your hand as my identification? And you have to be very careful, because like the first couple questions, you want to say yes. And then all of a sudden it's no's. And if you're not reading it carefully, you'll start admitting to stuff that isn't true.
Yeah, because yes. Because I did something. There was one, I can't remember what question it was, where it was no, but I circled yes, and then I had to refill out the damn form because they're like, wait a minute. And I'm like, oh, shit, I misread it.
Yep.
It was like, are you a heterosexual? That's what it was.
Oh, I got...
What? I didn't hear you, Prime.
I said the question was, are you a heterosexual?
So question for you.
Only on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
I found out something today, and I thought it was kind of cool. So, did you know humans have stripes? But you can only see them under a high UV light. And everybody's pattern's different.
Well, the biggest UV light we have is the sun. So,
well, it's a certain kind of light, but when you put it over somebody, you can see the stripes. It goes down your arms, wraps around your torso, and it's even on your face. If you Google it, you'll see what the patterns look like, but everybody's is different, like a fingerprint.
Ooh.
So Tommy's part-time.
And females are more noticeable because it's the X chromosome that gives you your stripes. So females have two, so their stripes are more defined and detailed, like a cat's. That's why a cat female has a better design on them usually than a male, because of the two X chromosomes.
Wait, so this is also in the animal kingdom as well?
Yes, cats is more defined. That's why we're able to see them. But ours, you have to have a special light. But cats can see our stripes.
Man, whatever crack you're smoking, I want some.
Look it up on Google. It actually started with a Nazi scientist is the one that found out about it.
Well, I think the stripes that he was referring to were the ones that they whip the people with.
No.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Yeah.
I
Whipping
can
the
pull it
Jews.
up on Google. I swear to you. If you look it up, humans have stripes, and hit enter, you'll see the images of it.
The only stripes I've ever heard of are Lucky Stripes, and then you've got like stretch marks and crow's feet, man. That's about it. But you know,
I'll try to
each its
screen
own.
share it.
Yeah, there's one on Mental Floss from 2015. Our skin is covered with invisible stripes.
There you go.
So in the early 1900s, German dermatologist Alfred Blaschko reported that many of his patients' rashes and moles seemed to follow similar formations, almost as though they were tracing invisible lines. So that's an interesting.
So you have to use like a UV light or some sort of.
They say you can use a high power black light or a UV camera, and you can see them.
Are you going to share your screen?
I haven't found it yet. I'm trying to find a good one.
That's incredible.
Let me find the
Blaschko's lines apparently is what they're called.
Named after the fellow that found him, eh?
Yeah, he's not a Nazi scientist.
Oh, I must have.
You're a few decades too early there. He's German. That doesn't make him a Nazi.
Yeah.
Well, the article I
Racist
said
bastard.
had something to do with Nazis.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they did something. I mean, there's so much medical knowledge that we have because of Operation Paperclip and other things that we did after World War II.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joseph Mengele.
I mean, there's a rabbit hole to go down as to all the things that continued in the U.S.
Yeah.
I mean, even the
Here's the
syphilis.
stripes.
Yeah, that's the picture I saw too.
That's what it looks like in the UV light, and it goes all over your body.
Well, dude, UV lights like black lights that I've got in my office makes shit different colors to begin with, because that wasn't blue lighting that was in my office. That's all black lights.
Yeah.
So it's red. It looks like red, white, and blue when you're on the screen, but legitimately they are black lights. Well, you know this. You guys have seen the pictures. It's the fluorescent tubes.
It's in the violet. It's in the violet spectrum, though.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because there's a theory going around. The reason why, after I found that out, I looked it up. Cats can see UV lights that we can't see, and so they're saying that's maybe why cats will come to us, is because they see our stripes like them.
Or could it just be that, cats are dicks for one, and two, when they want shit, that's when they want it. Oh, hey, feed me. Hey, love me.
See,
now scoop my
we
butt.
had to tame we had to tame dogs. We had to breed them a certain way and tame them. We never did that with cats.
Cats will never be tamed.
Yes.
They're going to do what they do. Hence my two boys checking out the whatever's out there.
Mm-hmm.
See, Tommy, you're not asshole. You got some interesting information.
But the rabbit holes you go down, man, I don't think you're working. I think you're just digging shit up, so you got good conversation. So bravo, sir.
Man,
Bravo.
he's got some interesting information.
Well, I thought the stripe thing was a cool fact that no one really talks about.
Now I'm going to start looking into that. I'm going to get a black light and see if.
I was like, well, maybe that's why the cat hates me, is because my stripes look better than his.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
I believe that.
The cat goes, Tommy, you asshole.
Where's the fact you're eating tuna fish and giving the cat, other food, and it's like, I want that tuna fish, bitch.
I bet you know what? I bet you Tommy just loves his kitty cats, doesn't he?
No, I do. One of my cats, a snake got in the house one day, and my cat killed it. Yeah. And I gave that cat tuna because of the snake.
Hell yeah! You know what? I found out my cat
after that, it caught a mouse and put it on my pillow, expecting tuna. It wasn't getting tuna for putting it on my damn pillow.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, they'll do that though. Like if they catch stuff, my mom's cats, because they'll go outside a little bit, but they're mainly indoor cats. But if they catch something, they'll bring it to you. So if they catch a mouse, a bird, they're like, here, look, I did good. Now, give me a treat.
I just
now
found
when
out
you
that
go
my,
to
my
bed,
eldest,
instead of
the one in the picture,
Yeah.
the one in the picture on the right, he loves beef jerky. That's the weirdest thing. So,
yeah.
My cat likes
anyway,
tomatoes.
sorry, Adam.
No, dude, you're fine. You're fine. It's all good. Hell yeah. Cats are weird, man. We had one that would, Mr. Spots, he would hook a chili bean and lick it clean, and he'd hook a tomato and he'd eat that. But like, he wouldn't eat the beef, he wouldn't eat the beans, and he'd eat the tomatoes, though. Like, the cat loved freaking tomatoes, dude. It was so funny. He'd just lick it clean and then fling the bean. Cats are assholes.
One more fact I'll give y'all. It's a good conversation piece. Do y'all know what watermelons used to look like?
I don't know, man. That's pretty racy. Are you sure you're able to say the words that you're about to come out of your mouth?
They look nothing like they used to.
What did they look like, Tommy?
I mean, how long ago are we talking here? Like a couple 100 years, or like
1,000 years ago, when we crossbreeded them to make them look the way they do
well,
now.
we did something similar with apples. They were like real small and sour, and we've cultivated a lot of stuff.
I'll pull up a picture so y'all can see it.
And tomatoes change too?
Yes.
Yep.
Watermelons used to have hardly no red in them. They used to make. Here, I'll show a picture. I pulled it up. This has got to load. That's what they used to look like.
Oh, wow. That's
Well, I
probably
mean,
a
it
couple
still
hundred
looks the
years
same
ago.
on the outside.
Well, they were bitter, and there was
Yeah.
only as little spots of red, and the
Yeah.
rest of it was like white.
Almost
'cause
looks
it
more
looks-
like a
Rind.
what
Yeah.
was that? Not a
They
compound.
didn't have a sweet taste to them, is what they wrote in the book.
Sorry, I don't like watermelon anyway.
Yeah,
I love it.
I've done that with a lot of them too. A lot of different fruits.
Because watermelons change so much over the years that like the seedless ones taste kind of funky, and then even the regular grown ones now taste funnier and shit.
Well, it's called a black seedless watermelon. It comes from China. That thing is the sweetest fruit you'll ever taste. It's really good. They cost about $20.
Yeah. And you can't taste the lead at all.
Or the cyanide.
But they are truly seedless. Like, you will not find a seed in it. But they're amazing.
I'll stick with pears, man. I like my pears. There you go.
It's one of them things you should try once. But hell, spending $20 on a watermelon.
You said the magic word. You said China. Fuck China. I ain't buying anything from China.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they grow it in the U.S. now. It's just called the black seedless China watermelon, but it's grown in the U.S. now.
Welcome to the Black Death from eating the black seedless watermelon.
Because the watermelon on the outside is a dark green and almost looks black. That's why it's called the black seedless watermelon.
China watermelon tastes like asshole.
All right. Well, I think we've come full circle.
Oh, they also make square watermelons.
I found a video and this dude's processing a fish. Like probably a 400-pound fish.
And it fails? It's a fail video?
No, it's like I've moved on to food. Because I'm hungry.
Well, you were just snacking, man.
That ain't
I'm
eating.
starving.
That's snacking.
Why are you starving?
Because I'm fat.
Because he ate too many carbs.
I had spaghetti for dinner.
That's way too many carbs.
I just had four slices of pizza. I think you'll be fine.
Oh, dude, I would kill for some pizza.
More
Stuffed
carbs.
crust.
No, it's not too late. You should be able to order a pizza still. It's not even 11 o'clock.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but they
No,
live in the
thank
People's
you.
Republic of Virginia, so.
True that. True that.
I probably could get it because I mean, there's a Domino's close by.
Yeah, I like
Now,
Domino's.
What kind of diet are you doing? Are you doing the fasting diet where you only eat at certain times of the day?
Who?
Seth. Because you say you're not eating. You said you were fat, so why are you not eating?
What?
I said.
All right, it's time to end the show.
You were hungry.
No, it's
We've
not.
got Tommy up too late. He's getting really confused.
No, you said you were hungry. And I was like, why ain't you eating? You said, because I'm fat.
I am fat. I'm not. I didn't.
Oh, so I thought you were on a diet or something. That's why you're
No, idiot. I'm starving.
All right. Before Prime cuts out without saying goodbye, let's end it.
He already did.
Oh, he did. Nuts. I had. But we were 5 minutes too long. See, he had 2 hours. He said, "Sayonara."
He didn't even like say bye. He just like did.
Never does. It was
I
just
think
almost
you guys
2
until his
hours.
laptop dies.
I think he's like, man, he said something about food. I'm gonna go snarf.
Yeah, the hell with this.
Snarf.
All right.
I had my leftovers from yesterday, so it was the fish and the Philly beef steak sandwich and onion rings and stuff. I slammed that, and then the wife made a rhubarb custardish style cake. That's why I went off camera. I was wolfing that down, and I did do the decaf though. I had the decaf coffee with the amaretto. It was delicious.
So, Seth, your computer's a Windows, right?
Oh, we're back to that. Yeah, we have gone full circle.
No. Well, I was gonna ask. Did you ever switch your settings to basic to high performance?
No.
You should switch that. Your computer will run faster.
How do I switch it?
I can show you. It's under settings. I'll have to walk you through it. But it depends. It will use more battery power. But if you keep your laptop plugged up, it won't.
Yeah, my laptop stays plugged up.
Oh, so you'll be fine. It's mainly laptops do it the worst, but they switch it to basic energy saver. So your computer runs slow as hell. Like I switched mine and it makes it run so much faster, cutting on and everything.
Oh. Tommy, do you like fried chicken?
Yes.
Seth?
Yeah.
So check Brian. You okay with fried chicken? I know he likes baked.
Yep, sometimes. Am I still? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I thought I had muted myself. Sorry.
All good. So
I got confused.
I picked up pork rinds because they were on sale because it's a good snack. Yeah. Seth, so pork. You like pork rinds, yeah?
And they're even.
I've got like 8 bags of them in my kitchen.
Tommy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so check this out. Brian, how about you? Pork rinds, yes or no?
Yeah, good.
Okay, so check it out. Instead of using batter, crunch up the pork rinds and roll the chicken in that because there's no carbs in it.
Yeah, we've done that already, man.
This dude is using a katana to cut up a fish.
Whoa.
Well, yeah. How else are you supposed to cut it up?
This fish is huge.
That's what she said.
Have y'all ever ate chicken livers or anything like that?
Yes.
I can't stand them.
I eat beef
liver. We can't stand you.
Tommy, I grew up in East Tennessee.
Chicken livers,
you don't eat a lot of things. Like, what do you...
No, I mean, I've tried it, though. I just don't like it.
Right.
Yeah, they're a bit strong. I'd rather have
beef
like
liver. Fish?
Beef liver, big time. Yeah.
I'll eat a McDonald's fish sandwich, I guess. But
I'm talking like homemade like catfish, like fried catfish or something.
Good stuff. Cornmeal breading. Fried catfish, cornmeal bread.
I had a bad experience. They left the bone in one piece, and it cut my whole mouth up.
That's why you bite carefully.
That's any fish, Tommy.
That's any fish, dude.
But it's like when you eat real something, fish. You get sick. You don't want to eat it no more because you got sick off of it. Because it's attached to a memory.
That's how your fault.
I was a child.
Well,
but it's still your fault.
Hold on. Seth, remember, this is a man that will clear his plate even though he's fucking full because he don't want to just save it for later.
I mean, it's true. I was raised to clean your plate at the table.
That's fine and all, but still, like that's your fault that you ate a bone.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not, but I was a child. But when I think about eating it, I can taste the blood.
So Tommy, you need to eat if you're going to eat fish like tilapia, pollock, even trout, dude, or lake perch. Like that's all a white fish, kind of like the sandwich you're talking about from McDonald's. That's what that shit is. So like that kind of fish you're cool with. Like that's what you want.
I can eat fish sticks because I don't.
I'm glad you like fish sticks, man. That was quiet. We can clip that.
We know you love fish sticks.
But and fish sandwiches where you can't even tell
it's fish.
Because it's
a
the
flounder.
image. It's the image of fish because it's attached to a memory. If that makes sense. Like, I know y'all ate something and gotten sick off of it, and you literally don't want to ever eat it again.
See, I call bullshit because I was drunk off beer, Mad Dog 2020, and ate Hoosier fries and threw them up, and I still love Hoosier fries.
I've only thrown up once from drinking, and I've never drank the beer again. It was PBR.
Well, you know me. I usually drink Miller or Bud, which I haven't drank. Yeah, I had that last beer, 2 beers on here. I haven't had since.
What's going on? Eric and Jenny came up with the funniest joke ever. Say, Clyde, do you like fish sticks? Yes. You like to put fish sticks in your mouth? Yes. What are you, Clyde? A gay fish? You said you like fish sticks in your mouth. That makes you a gay fish.
I never saw that episode.
I did.
You like fish sticks.
Damn right. I'm glad you played that because I knew exactly what you were thinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that joke before, but I didn't know it was on South Park.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, dude.
Fish sticks. All right, everybody. Links in the description. I'm out of here. See you. Bye.